there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It is Friday, this is Upside Down, it's Colour Me Happy, and everyone's in a bit of a giddy mood, I think. We're going to have a very, very fun-filled show for a whole host of different reasons, because we're going to do some crafting together, and that's always lovely, isn't it? But also because Debbie Fisher is here with me. How are you, Debbie?
I'm really good. It's been a lovely day, and yeah, we're going to have a lovely evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're watching, what time you're watching us. It's going to be amazing. And do you know what, Joe? We've got some amazing ColourBlend things on the show, so we're going to be learning all about our ColourBlend pencils.
Oh, I am really excited. If you've never used ColourBlend pencils before, don't worry, we've got a fabulous starter kit for you. We've got you sorted out there. Maybe you've used a few, but you want to go for a larger collection, so we've got those for you. And maybe you've got all the ColourBlend pencils, and do you know what? Crack them out, get yourself some cardstock out, and have a lovely couple of hours colouring along with us. Now, I want to just kick off with a starter kit that we've got. So if you've never used ColourBlend pencils before, then this definitely is where you're going to want to start. You get 24 of the incredible ColourBlend pencils in here. They are brilliant. These are the florals that you've got, and they're all really lovely, sort of vibrant, bright spring summer colours in there. They're amazing quality. There's no talc, there's no filler. You've just got pure, incredible wax-based pigment in there. You're going to get the blending solution. Now, this is great. It's like a little Instagram filter for your colouring, which is awesome. You've got the stamp that you need to stamp out, the ink pad that you need to stamp out, the two different stamp sets that you get included, which is brilliant. And we're even going to give you the rocker blocks in there as well. And we're going to give you a really great saving too. £20 in the UK you're saving. I think £20.94 is what you're saving in the UK. $33.36 is your saving in the US. Of course, you're going to be able to use your Club Inspired discount on top of there as well. Something else that you might want to go for as well is this. It is a rotating design board, and this is fantastic because you just clip your colouring projects onto here. As you're colouring, rather than turning your work, you just turn the board. And Debbie's going to show us more about this and how it works as we go through the show. 50 bonus points on this. Or how awesome. $14.39 if you're in the UK, or $17.99 if you are in the US. You've got a 10% saving there and 50 bonus points as well. If you want to get ahead of us and have a look at everything that's in the show, all the different configurations, you can do that by popping over to our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com/.au, and hitting that shop the show button. The other thing as well, if you want to get in touch with me, you want to get a social, I'd love that. Crafters TV across on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, it's Crafters Companion. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well to stay up to date with all of the awesome things that are happening here at Crafters TV. We'll also be doing Card of the Month in the show. Oh gosh, we're gonna have to go through it again. Have we got the video, Johnny? Oh, no, I think we might have the video standing by. If you saw the show on Sunday, you got to stay tuned just to see the hot mess that was Sunday and the fallout from that as well. Right then, Debbie, I'm going to dive into the comments, but ColourBlend pencils, for anyone that's not seen these before, what are they about? Are they easy to use? And how do you use yours?
Right, do you know what, Joe? I was going to show some samples, but I'm not going to show those samples.
Okay.
I'm going to put.
Debbie.
I'm going to put my samples away because I'm going to show you this image here. Look at this image. How beautiful is this image? Now, this image is, you're probably thinking, is that coloured with pencils? No. So for your savvy eye, this is coloured with our Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. But if you was to add pencils onto that pre-coloured image, this is what you can do. I mean, how absolutely incredible is that? So what your pencils will do is not only work in their own right and blend in their own right, you can totally enhance any image. I mean, that is incredible. Of course, that's a beautifully coloured pencil, coloured image, which is amazing. But to be able to add that on top. So let's just look at a few more of those, because I do have some others to show you. So you can see it's not just that one image, because a butterfly is beautifully coloured anyway, but then to create this, I mean, look how incredible that enhances it, Joe. It really does. It so much does. It adds all that shadow in. This really beautiful red, I was going to say lily, but it is a lily. I was thinking it was an orchid, but it's not. It's a lily. And then again, if we add that extra, I mean, look at that. Look at the depth of colour. I mean, you can really see it intensifies it and massively. So you've got all that depth of colour in the background, which is incredible. Now you can get that with your alcohol markers by building up darker colours, but not to this level with the pencils, or this one, sorry, with the level of the pencils. It really is incredible. And then just your general colouring, Joe, these are the sort of things that we're going to be able to get. I mean, I know these are coloured by people that are professional in what they do. I don't even think I could colour as good as these images. But what you can do, I knew I was going to turn the wrong way, every single time. It's because we're working back to front and the cameras are the opposite way round. I love this one here, just to be able to go from sort of this lighter rabbit to this darker, and really added some texture into his fur. Looks amazing. Just building up these colours, and then I'm going to show you this one, which is gorgeous, because not only will your pencils work on your white cardstock, look how beautiful they work on your craft cardstock.
Nice.
I mean, that is absolutely amazing, and you're just getting that still beautiful, intense colour, because the pigment in these, as Joe said, is absolute pure wax. There is no fillers in this, no chalk substances. They're absolutely pure, and the pigment is amazing. I mean, literally amazing. And we're going to be seeing the colours of them, how to enhance. We're going to be showing how to blend with them through the next couple of hours. So stay tuned, get your pencils at the ready, and we're going to be doing a full-on sort of masterclass with those gorgeous pencils.
It's going to be absolutely awesome. There's loads of other stuff as well on the show. The beautiful Connie Fong Angel Stamps and Dies are in this show, along with a whole host of other awesome stuff. The pencil sharpener is on the show, the blending solution. There's absolutely loads for you. I want to run through some of the other larger collection. If you want to do, you want to go, you know, dive right in, both feet first, and start off with the most incredible bumper collection of this. It is a full range that you've got here, which is awesome. You've got 120 pencils within here, £85 or $120. You're looking at $1 per pencil, which for this kind of quality is really, really amazing. £68 or $96 as a platinum member to get those. We've got a sort of intermediate size bundle for you as well, 2 of the 12-piece collections here. This is a really nice little pack. You've got the bold brights and the soft tints in here. £16 or $21.60 as a Club Inspired Platinum member. We've also got some classics, because obviously the classics work beautifully with your ColourBlend pencils. £41 or $62 as part of our spring sale. It is the last day today for the spring sale, so make sure you go check out that part of our website. So it will be your last chance to get this particular stamp set I'm about to share with you, which is our spring sale stamp set selection with 89 elements. £30 or $44 if you want to get your hands on that one. Really nice little mixed bag there of stamps, and also stamps and dies too. So go check out absolutely everything that is over on the website. Stephanie said she caught what happened on Sunday. She's had a good giggle and she can't wait to have a giggle again. We'll make sure we give you a giggle in the next couple of hours. Don't you worry about that. Right then, ColourBlend pencils. Where would you like to start, Debbie?
Beginning, Joe.
It's a very good place to start.
It absolutely is. I'm just going to find myself a piece of cardstock before we get right into our sort of first demo of how they work. So we're going to start from basics. What is the pencil itself? ColourBlend is what the name is. It means that these will blend with every colour in this collection, where like alcohol markers, it doesn't do that. So laying down a colour, depending on how you lay it down, it will blend with another colour. Now, and also before we get started, I wanted to go back to real basics. So you can see this pencil I've been using quite a bit, so we've not got a lot there. And I wanted to go back to actually sharpening. So I'm not sure, Joe, if we got the pencil sharpeners on the show.
I believe we do. I could be wrong.
Brilliant. Yes, I thought we did. Now, I just want to go. Now, sorry if I'm teaching you to suck eggs, because a lot of people will probably already know this, but the way to sharpen a pencil, this is a double pencil sharpener, which is great because it has a smaller one, but you can see our pencils are thicker than most pencils. So we need the thicker one to be able to sharpen it. Now, when you sharpen a pencil, a lot of people just turn their pencil, Joe, and it sharpens them. What we're going to do is we're going to turn our sharpener, not our pencil. So we're going to leave our pencil where it is. So you can see I've got that spectrum colour in at the top, and we're going to just turn our pencil. Now, the reason I'm doing that, you can see we've got a really nice nice sharp point there. The reason I'm doing that is because if I went the other way, you're actually going against the grain of your pencil.
Okay.
So you can start, do you know when you get split wood?
Yes.
So I think it's cedar wood, isn't it, that's on this? Joe keeps laughing and I'm like, he makes me laugh. But what's great about these, they sharpen really well and you're not going to damage the inside of them. So that gets down to all the sort of nitty gritty of how you would sharpen your pencil.
Brilliant.
So then I'm going to bring in, Joe, I'm going to bring in my rotating board, called rotating board because it literally rotates. Now you may be thinking, why? I don't know
why they're laughing in the gut.
I don't know why they're laughing.
Everyone is giddy. We are 12 minutes in, people, and already we're struggling to keep it together.
That's what it is. Our Johnny's had his last jab today.
He has.
He's fully vaccinated.
He is. Congratulations.
And he's just been a giggler ever since.
He has.
Maybe I'll get worse when I've had my second injection. Right. So I've got 3 colours here, Joe. So I'm using my peony, my bumblebee, and my saffron. So 3 different colours, so pink, yellow and my oranges. Now that's really funny. Our Johnny's laughing and then he was told and then he said, did I laugh then?
Oh, he did laugh. Johnny and Charlotte in there, bringing all the lols today.
Okay, we're going to show how to get a 3 colour blend because it's the one thing that we always say in any of our colouring, a 3 colour blend. So whether it's your alcohol markers, whether it's your watercolours, it's always good to be able to blend 3 colours. Now, wherever you hold your pen, and we are going from basics, if you hold your pen at the bottom and you actually start to lay down that colour, you will get a really soft finish. And the more you come up, the more your colour will build up because you get more pressure put down when you're holding it nearer to the nib. So we're just going to go ahead and you can see as I'm going round, instead of I normally turn my paper, I can just turn my board to wherever it is and I can start laying down that beautiful colour. Now I don't want it to be too dark. If you was to lay down, and we will show that on one of the other flowers because I do have a finished sample. So what we'll do is show different techniques on these flowers. So just building up those different layers of the pink. Now you only want to do that light layer to start with because we want to build in 2 other colours to that. I mean, you might find that this is what you want. You want a really pastel, beautiful, soft focused image and that's all you would need to build that up. But I want to then go in with my next colour, which is my orange, and we're going to do the same. So building it up. So if anybody has not seen the rotating boards before from Tiffany, they are pretty amazing. They're very strong. They're great. They have the bulldog clip that we can see at the top here because they are going to grip onto what you're working with. You can rotate them and it gives you an edge to lean your arm on, which is really nice because when it's sometimes on the hard surface there, you can't sort of get to your image, and you'll know what I mean when you've got one of the boards because it really does find itself really useful when you're colouring, and that's any sort of colouring. So just turning that round, I mean it makes it so easy. I mean I've got my hand there, if I move this out the way and just continue to building up that colour, you can then see it makes life so much easier. So building that up. And then what I would do then is go over just the part where the pink meets that orange, and we would go back now, but going up our pencil a little bit more, and then we will start blending those 2 together.
How awesome. Some questions coming in early doors. A lot of people are keen to know the difference between our ColourBlend pencils and our AquaBlend pencils, Debbie.
The AquaBlend are water-based.
Right.
The ColourBlend are wax-based. So 2 totally different colours. Sorry, not colours. Totally different mediums. So the water-based ones, you would colour on and then you would add a wet brush or a sparkle brush to them. The wax ones, these ones you have to work more with, Joe, because you have to build up colour.
Okay.
So what we have, when we have a cardstock, whatever cardstock you have what what we call a tooth in the card. And the tooth is what makes the card the card it is. So a watercolour card would have a stronger tooth, and it means that it will hold water. So when if I was to drip water, put water onto this surface, it would just almost sort of come together. It would sort of, the expanse of water would just make it sort of shrivel.
Right.
But with watercolour card, because the tooth is much better, it will absorb that and allow you to do much, much more. So with wax-based pencils, you wouldn't have to do that. You could actually use your colouring mediums and not have any worry about what's building up in that tooth. So it's a bit like, I forget what they call it now, Joe. It's like cross-threading, where you sort of lay colour, you lay anything into a surface and then you go one way and then you go the other way, and it sort of builds it up.
What cardstock are you using here, and what cardstocks do you recommend, Debbie? Carrie wants to know that.
Yeah, so I would recommend our stamping cardstock, which is absolutely perfect. Nina cardstock, which is perfect. But again, you see those images that we had, which were craft card. So you can build up lots on there. But it does take that bit of patience to just blend it, build it in. I mean, I'm doing this because I'm not actually going to use any blending solution on this, Joe. I want you to see that you can just do this without having to build up or get to the stage where you need blending solution. I don't want anyone to think that they have to buy a blending solution to work with their pencils, because actually pencils do blend on their own. They're called ColourBlend for a reason, and that is because you can blend all these colours into each other.
Brilliant. So is it easier to blend colours together with something like this then than it would be with our AquaBlend pencils, let's say, or an alcohol marker?
So I would never say that anything is easier than watercolours. I'm going to be totally honest there, Joe. I think that anyone that wants to start out, look at watercolouring, because that is the easiest you can put down. It's the quickest. It's the more forgiving, because you can suck the colour back out with water, which is classed as faux bleaching. And actually, your next one would be these pencils. I mean, look how amazing that's really starting to look. And we can really intensify that, so we can then go back in with that pink. But you can see I've come up my pencil a little bit higher, because I can now actually start building in to that tooth and really start having those layers building up on each other. But you can only do that, and what you can see is no harsh line. You can't see where one colour ends and the next one starts.
Will you get to a point with something like these then, Debbie, where the card is like full almost, you can't add any more?
Yeah, brilliant question. Yeah, there is a stage that you'll get to where you literally, all you'll be doing is shining it.
Right, okay.
And actually that's a really nice stage to get to, Joe, because it makes it ultra shiny. If you imagine putting wax down on anything and you get that shine, it's like buffing it. So the more you use wax on wax, all that's going to do is buff it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
and they do have like a gloss to them, don't they, which you wouldn't get, I guess, from alcohol markers or from watercolour pencils.
No, you wouldn't get that at all. So the effects that you can do with these are amazing. So I'm just going to do a little bit more on here, Joe. We're going to build up into that orange now, but I've gone right up into my pencil, and I'm really going to start to blend that in now, just to get that beautiful ombre effect.
And there's 2 pencils you're using here, or 3, did you say?
I'm using 3.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so I'm using Peony, Saffron and Bumblebee.
Nice.
Yeah, so 3 really pretty colours that are really blending well together. And you can, and remember, these are pencils. So what's happening, I'm pulling that away, but what you probably need to do is get a little bit of tissue and wipe it away, because where I'm wiping on here, I'm actually smudging my side here. But just get a rubber, you can rub that away, or a razor. Do we call it, what do we call it? Is it a razor? Is it a razor?
Yeah. We don't call it the other one.
No, I was just realising that as I said it.
Jane Wilson says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jane.
Good evening.
Try that again. Sorry, Hannah. Hannah Hicks says, I love colouring more than anything else, which is lovely. Lynn loves the Connie Fong collection. They're such cute images. Sue saying hi from Arizona. Looking forward to some techniques with these pencils. You're in the right place, Sue. Peg says, great title. I am always happy when I colour. So many people say that, don't they?
That's
Because
lovely.
at the end of the day, because colouring is like globally is probably the most popular type of crafting, Debbie, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And do you know what, Joe? It's the first craft that we all learn. That's why, is because that's the first thing we do. We learn with chalks, with crayons, with then our pencils, then we build up to our pens. I mean, I remember even being at school and, you know, you had to have good handwriting before you were even allowed to have a pen to use, like a biro. And I remember, like, I felt like all my Christmases had come at once that I was allowed a pen because my
Really?
handwriting was neat. Do you not remember that?
Oh, my handwriting has always been atrocious. I'm a lefty, Debbie, so...
Was you only ever allowed to use a pencil then?
I don't think I'm even allowed to use a pencil. No, yeah, I can remember. I don't know. I think we only had pencils at primary school. I don't feel like I remember having pens at primary school. And I remember going to secondary school, maybe having a pen for the first time. Unless I've remembered that wrong, I don't know. Mary Pat says, yippee, I already hit the like button on the way in, knowing it's Debbie Fisher and Joe. Let the giggles begin. A lot of love for your glasses as well, Debbie. Lee Allen says they love your glasses.
Thank you very much. Even Sarah just walked past me and she went, Debbie, look at you. And I was like, what she went, the glasses, the tan. And I was like, oh, I didn't think I looked that different. Yeah, I have to wear my glasses when I'm colouring because I really can't see otherwise. And I'm trying to get used to. Yeah, it's good to see. I can see, but it would look like my 2-year-old granddaughter had coloured this if I didn't have my glasses on, Joe, I can tell you. So there we go, Joe. That is how you start and get that beautiful ombre effect by layering up those colours and creating that 3-colour blend.
Awesome. Very, very busy and a great starting point for you if you want to get started by grabbing hold of the florals. I'm just going to show you on, I've got a double board here, but I'm going to show you on this one what you get in the florals. So these are all the colours that you'll receive if you go for that starter kit. So you can see here, buttercup, vanilla, rose peach, the daffodil, geranium, fuchsia, cranberry petal, bumblebee, daisy, honey, saffron, fireweed, carnation, peony, what's that? Boysenberry. Wow, I've not heard one of those before. Tangerine, poppy, red rose, cherry red, ginger cider, red currant, and the grape. So they're the 24 colours that you're going to get in here. Brilliant for florals, really sort of fresh spring, summer colours in there. What you're also receiving, of course, is pretty much everything you need to get you started. You've got the blending solution, which we'll look at in more detail as we go through this show. It's back in stock, that blending solution. You've got the ink pad in here, the rocker blocks, which are going to enable you with the ink pad to stamp out this gorgeous imagery that you're going to be able to colour with these wonderful pencils. It's a brilliant deal for you as well. The pencils on their own are worth $24.99. So, well, Platinum members are only going to be paying, what, £28 for this. So Platinum members, for an extra £4, you're getting absolutely everything else there included, which I think is brilliant value for money. Maybe you've already tried some of these. Maybe you've already dipped your toe in and you've decided that what you really want is a full collection. Or maybe you've already got all of the other bits and bobs that go with it. We have got a brilliant full collection for you on the show. So this is how the pencils are going to come to you. They come beautifully packaged. Definitely keep them in the packaging. This is the best way to store these as well. So this one here is the naturals. Let me show you everything that you are getting included in here. So you're going to get 5 whole sets within here. These ones are all of your primary. So you've got gorgeous colours like your royal blue. I love this blackberry, sea foam down here. The emerald is also beautiful, as is the cedarwood. Then you've got your shades and tones, which are these ones just here. Working through the browns, some of those lighter blues and purples in there as well. This one here, this is your essentials. And you've also got white in here. I'm going to ask you more about the white as we go through the show, Debbie, because I didn't really think of it to be a colour that would be in there. I don't know why. But you've got things like the smoke, you've got your black in here, that Prussian blue is gorgeous, the sage. Then we've also got the florals, which are down here, which were included in the starter kit that we just spoke about. And then last but by no means least, you've also got your naturals in here too. Things like your clementine, the fern green. I love the duck egg. The paprika is also absolutely gorgeous too. So you've got all of those in there as well. Now that is the full collection, which is brilliant value. And you can get the full collection for £85. £40 or $54 is what you are saving. Platinum members can pick these up for £68 or $96, saving over £55 and over £70 $75, which is brilliant value for money. Something else that I need to quickly talk you through are the classics that we have on the show now. The classics, this is what we were talking about earlier when we said about the alcohol markers complementing the pencils. Now, these would be great to allow you to do that. So what you've got in here, you see the colours along the top here. This is your jewels. You've got sangria, lipstick, amber, fern green, jade green, Caribbean, navy blue, cobalt, dark blue, damson, cranberry, and also the cocktail pink. Then you've got your florals in here. So this is cherry red, mango, aniseed, carnation, carmine, fuchsia, pink tint, fruit pink, hydrangea, lavender, orchid, and also the antique plum. And we also have the naturals in here, or nature in here, as I should say. Olive green, forest green, avocado, grass, alpine green, ivy, umber, mocha, cocoa, coffee bean, brown grey, and a lighter brown grey in there for you too. The classics are really amazing quality. You've got a bullet, a sort of a fine bullet nib in there, and you've got a chisel nib in there as well, which is brilliant. They are refillable. They are at excellent value and will blend really well for you. £41 or $62 if you want to get your hands on those ones just there. Right then, Debbie, what would you like to share with us next?
Yeah, I love that, having a pen set. If you are new to colouring completely, you are definitely in the right place, because we've got those alcohol markers used in conjunction with your pencils are going to make you the most fabulous artist ever. So what we are going to do, I've got let me just check the name of it, my Hello Lovely. I love that sentiment. Hello Lovely. It's such a nice one.
Or if you're from Manchester, I love.
I actually think Hello Lovely is what I say. I think
it is what you say,
yes.
Yeah,
and I do say that. So it's probably why I like it so much.
How do you greet people? Let me know in the comments. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafts Companion on YouTube. What's your go-to greeting? Mine always used to be Hello Treacle.
Oh, okay.
All right, Treacle. Hello Treacle. Yeah, quite like that one.
I always wanted a horse called Treacle.
Did you?
Yeah, one with golden syrups.
Golden stirrups.
Golden syrup treacle.
Treacle, yeah, but syrup.
I thought that was a good joke.
Syrup or stirrups?
Stirrups.
Golden stirrups. Oh, right. I thought you said golden syrup. I was like, golden what's?
Well, golden syrup's what it's supposed to be, but it's golden stirrups. He really
okay. I got it. I got there in the end. Johnny loved it. Honestly, you're the funniest person in the world, according to Johnny.
But I'd love to hear.
Did you really want a horse called Treacle?
No, it's a joke.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh my God, that's me that normally does that.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. Do you have a horse called Treacle? No, okay, just checking.
I would love a horse. Well, actually, I don't think I would love a horse. So I did win the Grand National this year, though, Joe.
Personally?
Well, no, I didn't. I would have fallen on that first hurdle.
Can you imagine? The poor thing that had to get me around that course. Oof. Me, I said, not you.
What do you mean?
I didn't mean, Debbie, that would be very, very rude. I'd never say that.
Rude.
I said, could you imagine the poor horse that would have to get me around that thing?
I don't think none of us heard that. Tell us, did you hear him say that? I bet everyone thought you meant me.
I did not mean you. I'd never be so rude.
So what I would like to know, Joe, is when we call people names, what is acceptable? Because I am terrible for calling people darling as well. So I say, hi, darling.
My friend Lee is from Bradford and affectionately calls everyone love.
Right, yes.
But obviously men and women, thanks love, cheers love, all right love, but in a very thick Yorkshire accent. And to me as a southerner, that seems quite condescending.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So what is right and wrong? Do we think calling someone darling's wrong? Hello, lovely, because I say hello, lovely. Yeah, what is right and wrong?
I don't know. I think a lot of it's geographical, isn't it?
Yeah, and I wouldn't be offended whatever I was
called.
Call me what you like. Actually, no.
Call me what you like.
I don't want to be called anything, any old thing.
Well, 31 minutes and 20 seconds in. They are going to stop us working together very, very soon.
So what I'm doing is I'm building up a background. I am a massive fan of creating your own backgrounds. We have like stencils and all different ways that we can do it. Pick a couple of really nice stamps and start building up your background. So you can see we're really creating this. I'm going to bring in my finished one, and you can see just creating that beautiful background looks gorgeous. So let's pop this to one side, and then we're going to do a bit of colouring on here. Now this time what I'm going to do is blend similar colours together, and we're going to create a bit of a shadow as well. So I've got my poppy and my coral. So we're going to pop that on. I said that weird, didn't I? Coral. It's coral. I don't know why I said coral. But there you go. So what I am going to do is I'm going to start blending in. Instead of from the inside, I'm going to start just blending in from the outer edge. So laying down that beautiful sort of almost real pastel-y colour. So laying that down, and then we're going to be bringing in our blending solution for this one. So then we've got our darker sort of poppy colour there, not our coral. So building that up. These flowers are really nice to practice with. So if you did want a nice stamp to do your practicing with, this one is beautiful.
So, is there anything you need to bear in mind when you're selecting colours to work with together, Debbie?
Do you know what, Joe? No.
Really?
Not with, yeah, it's very strange.
So even if I had black and white, for instance?
So the white pink, well, it's not really a colour, Joe, come on.
Is it not a colour?
No, black and whites, they're not colours, are they? They're not colours.
Okay, let's go with then grey and orange, let's say.
Yeah, so grey and orange, two totally different colours. If you was to build those colours up, you would get a blend from one colour into the next.
Okay, brilliant.
Because that's what you can do with the pencils. It's a bit like you say, like if you was to put too many different colours into one pot, you would just make a brown.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't want sometimes that sludgy colour. So what I would say is with pencils, you can put all those colours together. As long as you're building up those colours, you're going to get a beautiful result every time.
So am I right in thinking then, with something like a watercolour pencil or an alcohol marker, what we're doing is pushing the two pigments together to create a new colour. Whereas with these, we're not really. They are staying their own separate colour. They're just sort of layering over the top of each other.
Exactly.
Is that how the best way to think about it?
Yeah, that's exactly. Well, yes and no, Joe. So that is a good way to think about it. But we can blend the colours. So in fact, I'm going to go off piece. So let's just finish this, and then we'll go on to that one if we've got time. But what we can do, we can actually blend two colours to make a third colour. So that is something that you can do, which then sort of says that doesn't work, but they do layer over each other, but they're also blendable as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is amazing, and it's why they're so easy to work with.
Loads of love still for these in the comments. Joy saying, Debbie, you look beautiful today. I love your hair.
Oh, I thank you very much.
That?
I have to say, I have never been so excited. I thought I was quite excited about getting my COVID jab, but when it comes to having my hair done, I was a little bit more excited.
Were you?
Yeah, I love getting my hair done. I think all women out there can understand that, can't they? It's
not
really
just
nice.
For women, Debbie.
Well, that's very true. Yeah, I mean, Johnny, I've never heard him rave so much about his hairstyle. So he was, yeah. I think it's men and women. And
Absolutely.
You, Joe, I know you're very well groomed.
Oh,
you were hating your lockdown
The thing
hair.
was, I used to have to have my hair cut every 2 weeks to the day. And if I was going to be away working, I'd have it cut on like maybe day 10 or day 11 because I want to keep it cut all the time. Now, because we all went so long without having haircuts, my next haircut is 3.5 weeks from my first haircut. But maybe we're going to learn to live longer between haircuts, because it's not bothering me at all at the moment, whereas before, oh, it was annoying me so much. Fred is ready for the Joe and Debbie comedy hour. Thanks for that, Fred. 8 till 9, I think it's penciled in for. Oh, might be starting already by the sounds of it. Monica says, I love your glasses, Debbie. Laurie says, I'm ready to join in with my ColourBlend pencils. Thanks for doing a show focused on these. If you are colouring along with us, I would love to see what you're up to. Or maybe you've got some pictures of projects that you've previously completed using our ColourBlend pencil. Charlotte loves receiving your colouring pictures, and you can send them to her directly at studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Details are down there in the corner of your screen, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk.
I'm getting hotter and hotter at the moment, and I feel like my glasses keep slipping down my nose.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to take my cardigan off in a minute, I think, Joe.
Okie doke. Stephanie says, the ColourBlend pencils are my first experience with coloured pencils of quality.
I'm steaming up now.
Oh no. You have got a cardigan on, to be fair.
Shut up.
Do you want to take your cardigan off?
Look. It's getting a bit warm. Oh, I'm dropping everything now.
Right.
Yes, I will. I will take my cardigan off, Joe.
You pop your cardi off. I'll read this email out whilst you do that. Stephanie says, the ColourBlend pencils are my first experience with coloured pencils of quality. I love them so much I had to have them all. I find colouring so relaxing. You've got to see this. Come on, let's see it. In my ear, they're like, da 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 da. Oh dear. Stephanie goes on to say, thank you Crafters TV and Spectrum Noir for bringing these into my life, and of course the demos with them as well. Sarah Harley says, love adding these pencils to my alcohol inks. Hannah says, I'm definitely going to try these out. And Joy says, love my ColourBlend pencils. The colours are gorgeous. And I think that's the thing, Debbie, isn't it? That they are packed full of such high quality pigment. And so many pencils that you're used to working with out there have got talc in them and fillers and binding agents and all these other things, whereas these are pure quality.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't have said that better myself, Joe. So yeah, nothing in here is bad. These are pure wax in here, which is amazing. So what I'm going to use now, Joe, is this piece that we've done is, I keep taking it towards the left-hand side. Let's bring that into the centre. So this is what we call our pencil blending solution. It's amazing because what it does, you need it with your stumps. So, oh, that's what I knocked off. Sorry, I just need to find my stumps. They're all gone underneath the counter. I'll be back.
Peg says she would love a shirt like Joe's. Is it a shirt or is it a blouse? What do we think? It's very blousy, isn't it?
No, it's a shirt.
Do you not think so? It's very floaty.
It's lovely.
When does a shirt become a blouse or a blouse become a shirt?
Well, I always thought a shirt was for a male and a blouse was for a female.
I'm not sure that's the case. I don't know, because women can wear shirts, can't they?
Yeah, I've just never heard of a man wearing a blouse.
Well, it's 2021.
It doesn't matter,
does
it? No,
I honestly would refer to like a light floaty shirt like this as a blouse. I don't know if I'm wrong. Who knows? Mary Pat says, played with the aqua pencils during my last retreat and absolutely loved them. Lots of people are saying the giggles are back already. Tracy's saying they're off again, those giggles. Lee says, good one, Debbie. Shadai says, Joe, you're so naughty. You know how to egg her on. I do.
He does.
I really do.
Yes, he does.
And Hannah Hicks says, that's it. Show's over.
Yeah, we are bad. You're right, Joe does. He's terrible. I'm sure he purposely stands over there giggling at me just to make me giggle.
I would never.
Start me off. He would
never
do that. Can you see now, Joe? Look at these two petals here. How beautifully the blend is there. You wouldn't even think that was used with a pencil. So you can see the lines here. If I just dip back in here, and then we just start to blend that out. What that does is it breaks down that wax and it really makes it really smooth.
The other thing I like is what you've done here is you've kind of, I'm going to use a technical term here, check me out. Ooh. It's almost like you've preserved your highlight a little bit.
Yep.
So what I think about with pencils always is only ever really intensifying it and not having any lighter areas. Just making areas, having flat colour and then the way that you achieve shade and depth and dimension is to then make the darker areas darker. But it's interesting watching you do this that actually you've achieved the opposite of that as well. And in my head, you only do that with an alcohol marker, not with a pencil. Does that make sense?
Absolute sense. And also what's great about this, Joe, is because we've worked that wax down, it means leave this to dry for a little while. Now I'm going to come in with a totally random colour. So let's go for like a purpley pink here. Once this starts to dry, which doesn't take long, you can actually start to build in more colour. So we can actually create real depth behind those leaves, which you can't do with normal pencils. Can you see?
Yeah.
I mean, look how beautiful that looks when you're laying it down. There's so many different techniques that you can do with these pencils, and it's just learning how to use them and how well they work together. And just the fact that I can bring in that totally different colour and give it that hidden depth, so we can really build up this colour underneath here and just make it what we really want it to be. And that's a flower that's popping out of the page, a flower that's creating something, a real focal point for the eye there. And then what you can do again after is come in with your tool again and start just blending that in as well. And you really do get that light and shade like you were talking about, and you wouldn't expect to be able to do that with a pencil.
Absolutely. Talking about terms then, what we call each other, May's Cocoa Patch says she tends to call younger people sweet pea.
Sweet
I like
pea,
that.
I like that.
Cherub, I used to call my old housemate Cherub. That's all we ever called each other, Cherub. Mary Pat says any kind of term of endearment is loving to me. Cheryl says I used to work with someone that was from England here in Alaska, and she always said hello love.
Hello,
I think it's quite clear. Zena says, my dad always says, call me what you like, just don't call me late for tea. There you go, I like that one.
That is brilliant.
Joy says she says love all the time, and I think maybe some don't like it. It just comes out naturally.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Patricia says, I hope CCTV never separate you and Debbie. You work so well together. Now,
well, that's because
do we work well together, or is it just always a good giggle when we get together? I think the two are intrinsically linked, to be honest, don't you, Debbie?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I think we work very well together. It's because you're my TV hubby, see? Right, now what I've done, Joe, is I've just created that beautiful halo around my image there, and I've created this topper. So and we've had those nesting dies on today. If I'd had a set of those, I would have used those in these, because this would have been beautiful to create as your topper. So we're actually going to put a little card together. I've already matte and layered the bottom part, and I just thought it'd lend itself to some really bright, vibrant colours. So I'm going to pop these here, make sure I've got my card the right way round. I've just matte and layered some card, put my ribbon across there, and then we're going to use this as our base card. But what I love about these, even just that smaller flower die, we can make sure that we layer that up, and it looks really amazing as a topper without needing anything too much on top of there.
Brilliant.
I think I better use this because it's all unravelled under there. So
what
I'm
is
thinking it's foam tape.
Right.
But because it's all unravelled, I thought I might as well just use it, otherwise it'll go to waste.
I love that. Debbie says, Debbie, after using blending solution, can you go back and add more colour?
There you go, that's what we just did, Joe.
So you used blending solution first, then went back in and added extra colour afterwards.
Yeah,
okay, brilliant.
Yeah. And what I would suggest is making sure you let it dry. So once it's dry, because what that does, it sort of melts the wax and lets it blend. So because it's melting, it allows for more room for colour on the top.
Would you ever dip your pencil in your blending solution?
No, never. Never.
That was a very firm no, wasn't it?
Please don't do that. You never want to do that. Not only would it damage the wood, it would also get sucked into your pencil and start to emulsify inside. So you really don't want to do that.
Okie doke. Always good to know.
Yeah.
Lee Allen says, Debbie, can you explain more about the blending tool, please? Do you leave it to dry or do you have to peel it? Talking about the blending stuff.
Now you know what? That's a really good point. Now I'm not sure if we've got them online. Maybe Johnny could check for us. They're out of stock. We do what they call a blending stump sharpener.
Right. Okay.
But all it is, I have to be honest, it's just like sandpaper. So, and it's like a little tool.
Could you use like a really coarse nail file maybe instead?
Yeah. So either what's the word, not coarse, but fine sandpaper, you could just sand it down with, or a nail file, you'd be able to do exactly the same thing. So let it dry, don't do it while it's wet, let it dry and you can sand that down. If you did want to get rid of the colour, all you would do is, if you bring in another piece, so you can see on here, because I've been blending that, you just blend this out, Joe, until your colour's gone.
Okay.
So you can sort of do that in itself and keep blending that out. There's loads of colour on there, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but if you've got any flaky bits like this, if you haven't, you could just snip into the sides here. So just with your scissors, because actually all this is, it is paper. It's really tightly bound paper.
Okay.
And then that will get, you can see that's all gone now. So we're back to having a clear
If you
stump.
had the solution, you didn't have the blending stump. Now, look, I might have heard this, or this will either be a good idea or I've completely got the wrong end of the stick here, Debbie. We're on the two. Have I heard people talk about maybe using like a cotton bud to emulsify the colours together, or does that not work?
You can do that, but you still, what, with the solution you mean?
Yeah, for the solution.
Oh yes, absolutely. You could do that. It wouldn't be...
like a Q-tip, I think you guys call it in the States, don't you?
Yes, yeah, I would call it a cotton bud here, yeah, but Q-tip, never heard of that, Joe.
I think it's a brand, I could be wrong.
We was talking about them the other day. I'm trying to think what I was using it for to, yeah, I can't actually remember. Probably to say I was cleaning my ears out.
Debbie, where's the filter gone with you today, honestly?
Gotta be honest.
Debbie is without a filter, sans filter today.
You're not even supposed to do that, are you? I don't actually do it to clean my ears. I don't think I get particularly dirty ears, but I do use them to get the water.
What are you on about? Why are you telling us about your dirty ears?
No, I'm not. I'm saying I don't particularly
right.
get dirty ears, but what I do is I clean the water out after I've had a shower.
Right.
You really don't want to know some of my habits. That's not true. I've only got nice habits. And there you go, Joe. So a really nice, bright, pretty card, which looks, hello, lovely.
Hello, lovely. I think that is really, really gorgeous. £35 and $45 is what you're looking at if you want to go for that starter kit. I think we just need to have a little break, have a little bit of a calm down. We might open a door, whack the aircon up a little bit, and come back to stuff after this. In all seriousness, I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets, and a lot of you with very full baskets don't want to miss any of Debbie's demonstrations, of course, rightfully so. So whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. Become a member of our club today.
Make sure you become a Club Inspire member today because it's how you take advantage of the biggest discounts, which is absolutely what we want you to be able to do. Loads of you chatting away. Sandra saying how beautiful that last project was there. Penguin 888888 on YouTube says as well. Debbie, I love your giggle. It's a good job because you've got an hour and 10 minutes of it still to come, Penguin. Carrie says, love coloured pencils with a blending solution. Gives it such a soft look. What else have we got here? Karen says, haven't played with my pencils for a while. I'm motivated to get going again. Alison loves that card. And Joe Holzer also saying, what a beautiful card. Any questions that you've got about anything in the show? Do you know what? Maybe about anything at all. anything you like, pop them into me. Crafters TV over on Facebook, into the comments there. Crafters Companion across on YouTube, and yeah, I'll do my best to answer them. So do pop them across, which is awesome. I want to go back to that rotating board. You saw the lovely Debbie using it there a few minutes ago. This is fantastic. So it's 11 inches, it's 11 and a half inches by 9 inches. So it's going to hold A4, also US letter size as well. And it really is fantastic because of course this top element here rotates. So it means that you don't have to keep moving your work around. You can literally just rotate the board. It's great for colouring, fine arts, drawing. It's wonderful as well for stamping if you like to do scrapbook projects and you're looking at things like composition. It really is wonderful for a whole host of different things. Also, what's great is you've got 50 bonus points on that today, and you've got a 10% saving on it too. Definitely snap that up. It is awesome. $12.20 or $15 if you're a platinum member. I mean, we can't say fairer than that, can we? It's got to be actually one of the best prices it's been, I think. The A5 one we used to do was so popular. We've got the A4 one now, and you guys have absolutely loved that. Right, we're going to cross it back to Debbie. Any questions as you've got, as I said, get them into us. But Debbie is going to, I'm going to leave you the details actually of that full collection, which is everything. So it is 120 pencils. It's everything in the whole collection. As a platinum member, £68 to get a whole collection is great, isn't it? Or $96, which is fantastic. So yeah, however you want to go, whether you want to go for the starter kit, one of the intermediate kits, or the big kit, which is on your screen, you've got great value across the board in this show, which is absolutely awesome. Debbie's giggling. I'm not sure why. We're about to find out, I think. What's happening? Are you okay?
Well, my next demo, Joe, that's what's happening.
Right, which is what?
It's a fox.
Oh! Oh, gosh. I wasn't going to talk about your snoring, but I just don't. I feel like you've left me with no option. You've only got a good habit, as you told us, and that is slowly unravelling.
I told you I had bad habits. Snoring is... well, apparently, I don't know. Okay, so I've got the gorgeous, fantastic Mr. Fox here, which is beautiful. And honestly, hand on heart, when I thought...
For anyone that doesn't know, Debbie snores very loudly and sounds a lot like a fox. Sometimes a fox in mild to moderate pain. So that is why she's laughing at the image of a fox.
Oh, dearie me. So, what I wanted to show, the reason I picked this fabulous fox is because I really wanted to show how we can do our texture and do our fur with our pencils. And again, it's probably the most easiest way to do it. And very forgiving, because if you do have an eraser, you will then be able to go over and rub out some of that. It won't probably, actually, the lighter colours, it probably would take away a lot of the colour. But if not, it will mean that you can go back to your basic and then be able to start again. So what I'm actually doing, I've got my colour Honey, and I'm just laying down that base layer to start with. I'm sort of doing a medium, sort of light colouring, Joe, because I do want to have that background for my fox, but I also then want to do that texture and create that fur. So we are just colouring it in that base colour. So all where the fur is. I love this stamp, more so because it really does lend itself to where you put that shade in. Oh, I didn't want to go there. That's all right, we'll come out of there. And actually, that's a really good point, Joe, because I'm going to bring my white pencil. You know, you said about having a white pencil, you wasn't sure. What this is good for is your mistakes. So you can literally start blending that white pencil. So it's like an eraser? Yeah, sort of. It doesn't, but it blends it into your colour, so you can blend it over. But actually, it's a really good blender to like blend into your colours as well. Okay. So the white one's really good for that. And then we're going to just continue to go down his fur.
Awesome. Lots of questions coming in. Could Debbie please explain again, how do you know what colour pencil you lay on top of alcohol pens? i.e., do the pencils have to be darker than the alcohol marker you are colouring over?
Yeah, good question. So yes, if you're enhancing, if you was to put a lighter colour down or a lighter colour on a darker colour, you probably wouldn't see them very much. And actually, the other thing we haven't covered, Joe, and I will get a piece of black card, you can colour your pencils onto black card.
Okay.
They just come out a little bit more muted. But yes, I would say you want to colour a darker colour over the colour of your alcohol markers to enhance.
Very, very busy show. Lots of you going for that full collection. I will run you back through everything you get in that after this demonstration of Debbie's. And Fred rightly says, less than $1 per pencil with your Club Inspired discount is an absolute steal.
Yep.
It is when you think about the quality that you're getting with this. And what we always talk about with Spectrum Noir, isn't it, is artist grade quality at sort of craft prices, and that's not in any way derogatory to crafting whatsoever. Just when you look at the spec of what we bring you with Spectrum Noir, it is artist quality. And if you go out into art shops and look at what you can spend on wax-based pencils per pencil, I mean, the sky really is the limit, and especially with alcohol markers as well. I mean, alcohol markers can be upwards of £10 or dollars per pen out there.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. Yeah. And I think people out there are starting to realise that even though we have a better price point on our colouring mediums, the quality of them is really way up there with some of the best on the market. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And that is because, of course, we have developed them in-house with our team, and, you know, they are manufactured just for us, and they are proprietary to us as well. These aren't... Do you know what I learned as I've worked in this industry for longer is a lot of products out there are made and then any brand can go along and just pop their name on that and then sell them to you. That's not what we do with Spectrum Noir. A lot of our products are proprietary to us, so it means they have been devised and formulated by us for you to give you the result that you want. I think that's why people love them so much.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. I couldn't agree more. So what I'm doing here, Joe, now make sure you have a sharp pencil so you can see. Oh, let's just bring that up a little bit so we can see that. I'm just putting in my flick. So like you would an alcohol marker, but this time I'm just bringing in that fur with those details of where that fur is going. So just following that down and to the side there. And this is where your board really comes into itself, because you can keep rotating and adding in all that detail. But it is really good to do this with a sharp pencil, and it really creates that fur effect on there. So just flicking those in. And then what I would do, I'm actually going to do two other colours. So I'm flicking in different colours that we can make him, because with any animal, you normally find that there's all sorts of highlights and different hair that's in there. You've got your undergrowth hair from animals, and then you've got your top layer and your light and shade. So lots of different textures that we have going on there.
Is there any sort of style of colouring you think that you can't do or you'd struggle to do with a pencil, Debbie?
No, not at all. I think because they're so forgiving with your blending solution, because if you're doing a large area, I would say your blending solution will be your best friend.
Okay.
Because it will take it to that next level and it'll make it seamless. So
whereas maybe you'd struggle to get an even lay down sometimes on a larger area.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Even with an alcohol pen, you can sometimes find that extra layout that you need for your pen, unless you do that smooth blend where you keep layering that colour over the top of each other, you don't always get what you want from it. Especially if you're not an experienced colourist.
Okay.
And I'm definitely not an experienced colourist, Joe.
Well, you look like an experienced colourist to me.
I can colour, and I love that I can colour, but I wish I had time to do it more. Because, yeah, I absolutely know how to colour, but I look at some of our design and their colouring is exceptional.
You should absolutely as well check out the Spectrum Noir Instagram page. I believe there's a Pinterest page as well. I'm not sure if it falls under the Crafts Companion one or Spectrum Noir has its own separate one. But not just for colouring. Pinterest, for instance, you'll find inspiration about all crafting, because all of the finished products that our design team make, most of those pictures are uploaded to Pinterest. So you'll get lots of ideas about composition and colour combination and other brilliant things like that. Because sometimes, Debbie, you don't... Let's just say, I think crafting is a lot like cooking to a degree. I know it's nothing like cooking, but
No, I get
hear me
that.
out. Because sometimes you don't need a recipe what you need is a little bit of inspiration.
Yep.
And I think that's why something like Instagram or Facebook or Pinterest can be amazing, because actually it just gives you an idea for something, and then you just need a starting point sometimes, don't you?
Oh, totally, yeah. And you've summed that up really well, Joe, because I think you can have, oh, I've just broken my pencil. I've pressed too hard on that one. Let me just
What happens then if that happens, Debbie?
You just resharpen.
Okay.
So take that out, just resharpen your pencil, and then your nib will be back.
And that was
there.
just a case of just pressing too hard?
That was definitely me pressing too hard. And the reason that happened as well, Joe, is when you press, because this is quite a soft, waxy pencil, because we want it to blend. So if you are going too hard, then that is, of course, going to affect your pencil. And I probably just sharpened it a little bit too much than I should have done. So I'm just going to go in. Is this the one I used? No, different one. That was the one I used originally. I'm just going to go in with a darker one. So again, using those darker colours, and making sure that you're turning your pencil sharpener, not your, and just blow that out the way. So now I'm going to come in and I'm doing a softer flick, but I'm going in with that darker colour.
Okay.
And I'm going to really start to enhance all that layer of fur going into it. And then I do have my finished one, because obviously with pencils, they take that time to layer up.
But how lovely. I mean, some people, I'd imagine, don't colour for the sake of having a finished project, Debbie, just colour for the process of actually colouring, because it's this repetitive motion, isn't it? A lot of people find quite cathartic. It's like knitting or sewing or any of those, knitting or crocheting or any of those different things. It's that repetitive energy that a lot of people like, because it really does allow them to, switch off. I think, we struggle more and more, don't we, these days with switching off, because we're like more stimulated now, aren't we, than we've ever been before.
Absolutely.
But if you definitely want something where you can just turn all the noise down, really sit and have a bit of you time, I think a lot of people would agree that, colouring, whether that's pens or pencils, whatever you want to use, or, it really is great at allowing you to have that bit of downtime, which I think we all deserve, really.
We do deserve it. I think everyone has such busy lives these days that sometimes we have to take our time out. And we don't take time out, do we, Joe? That's the thing, because there's always something else to do. I think if you give yourself, it's like anything, if you give yourself a hobby, it makes life a lot easier to be able to chill out. The one thing I don't do very often, Joe, and it's just go and have a soak in the bath.
Oh, I love a bath.
Yeah, but it's almost like you just don't give yourself time to do that.
I didn't have a bath for like 7 years. I had a shower, obviously, in that time. But my new apartment's got a bath, and also I discovered bath bombs. Oh, Debbie, it's changed my life.
Oh, I know, bath bombs are amazing, aren't they? So I'm just going to bring in my finished sample there, Joe, because you don't want to see me carrying on with that flicking. But the detail that you can build up in here, and then go back in with your lighter pencil and start building up that colour. And then I've done the same, but I've then been using my pencils, just in case anyone's colouring on. I've got Coffee Bean, Storm Cloud and Spiced Brown. These are gorgeous names of all these pencils.
Really are, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So start building that up, and then again I've cut it out of one of my toppers, and we're just going to layer this down and make ourselves a really quick and easy card.
There was a berry that was on here earlier and I can't find it now. A boysenberry. I want to know what a boysenberry tastes like. Can you eat a boysenberry? I'm not sure.
I've never even heard of a boysenberry.
Me neither. Let me know in the comments. I bet someone has. Maybe it's one of those names that has, we call it something else. Maybe it's called a boysenberry in the States. I don't know. Let me know.
Be interesting to know. Like we always say, every day is a school day here,
It
isn't
certainly is.
So I'm just matte and layering some of our cardstock onto here. Got a very autumnal one going on. Popping that into place on the front, and then our one on the inside. And I would say going for any stamps that we've got on the show today are ideal for adding all that interesting colour on with your ColourBlend pencils. But if you do have alcohol pens, and you've not ever used the pencils before, give them a go, because they really are truly amazing to use in conjunction with your alcohol pens.
Awesome. So would you say also for stamping then, alcohol-proof finesse ink pad, Debbie, for all of this kind of colouring?
Yes, yeah, for your pencils, yes.
A lot of people are agreeing that it's a great deal on that large collection. Mary Pat says, wow, that is an amazing price for this kind of quality pencils. Amelia as well saying thank you for all of the tips, Debbie. Jean Marie says she loves the rotating design board as well. She's got one of this size. She also has one of the 12 by 12 ones and really enjoys using both of them. I think it does make everything a little bit easier, especially if you don't have the best dexterity, Debbie. You don't want to be, picking the paper up and then moving the paper around. Sometimes it's easy just to have a surface that moves for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, isn't it, Joe? Because everything has been made easy for us. Everything, it's like every day in life. It's like when we first started getting light switches that we could dim down, or when we had a remote, because I remember we never used to have a remote
I don't have dimmable
control.
light switches, Debbie, and it really winds me up.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Mine are on, they're off, that's it.
A lot of people then say things like that are lazy, aren't they? But actually, I think these things just help us to be able to relax in life. So, and there we go, is our beautiful fox making no noise whatsoever.
Do you reckon he snores?
He doesn't look like a snoring fox.
But
do I look like a snoring fox?
You don't. Joy says, boysenberry is delicious berry, Joe. The colour is generally bluish and purple. Boysenberry syrup on pancakes is another thing. Maybe it's more of a US-centric term. Laurie says boysenberry is a cross between a blackberry and a raspberry.
Oh,
sounds good, doesn't it?
That does sound good.
Because blackberries can be quite bitter, can't they? But raspberries, all nice and sweet. Delicious. Right, let me share with you again what you're getting in that big collection. You've got 5, of course, of the packs of the pencils. So this is what you're getting in that whole collection, which is brilliant. So you've got all the colours there for you, which is fantastic. This one here is the naturals. You're going to get 5 of these. I'm going to take you through the colours that you're going to get in here. So you're going to get, firstly, your naturals. 24 colours in each. You've got a really nice range of colours in each of them too. But if you're going for this collection, then of course you've got absolutely everything. You then have all of your essentials here at the top with lots of pinks and oranges and greens in there. Some blues too. Really love the florals. I think it's a really kind of tropical selection of fresh spring summer colours there in that one. Then you've got your primaries with obviously lots of your primary colours as it would indicate, and then you've also got the shades and tones in there too. £85 or $120. That then becomes £68 or $96. So £68, you're getting 120. We're looking at about 55 pence per pencil, I'm going to guess, something like that for a Club Inspire Platinum member, which is 56. I tell you what, that is pretty good. Call me Rachel Rogers, which is really, really good value when it comes to the quality you're getting. And yeah, probably looking at about 85, 90 pence dollars. 85, 90 cents per pencil in the US. It really is brilliant, brilliant value for money. Something else I want to share with you is the last day today of our spring sale, which has been happening across over on the website. We've been adding new products every day. So definitely go over there after this show and check out some of the items because it is the last day to avail of a lot of these. I want to take you through a collection that's been put together for you to colour with your ColourBlend pencils. So this one here is your Life's a Bitch. You've got a great stamp and die in there. You've also then got the Fox, which Debbie has just taken you through. You do have a sentiment and some embellishments in there as well. This is gorgeous, this one just here, which is this beautiful floral stamp that you can see. And again, works fantastically with your pencils. You've then got a couple of sentiments in here. So you've got 2 of your floral sentiments. You've got a thanks and you've got congrats. This one here, I think someone's nabbed the stamps off of there. This is what you get is, of course, your really beautiful stamps. These ones here are from Annabelle Spenceley, and this one is your Born to Shop, and this one here is your Enjoy the Adventure. And then also from our Best of British collection, you're going to get the Rose Garden stamp and die set in there too, which is fantastic. Lean's letting me know that in Denmark they have boysenberry jam. Sounds delicious, doesn't it? Tracy says what a beautiful card. Joy Sampson saying as well how brilliant that is. Now, we played it this morning and I must admit it still makes me laugh as much as it did the other day. Last week it was Sarah's birthday. Sarah had quite a lot of cards in for demo of the week. I mean, Bernie made the most incredible dinosaur t-shirt on Sunday. I mean, it was a hot week when it comes to card of the show. And then it went from hot week to hot mess. Take a look at this.
Does mean that it will just, you can build it up and it will stay wet until you then put the stamp on it. So I'm thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I put too much. Joe's laughing at me. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place. Oh, Joe, you don't have to laugh at me. Okay, that didn't work as well.
Oh, it's so funny. It looks like a bird's flew past.
Do you know what, Joe?
Back in the room. Back in the room.
So I made one before. But
fabulous.
So you can do, if you do this onto your glass mat, leave it to go really cold, you can actually peel it off. And it won't look like
Cover it up.
I think that's the worst thing I've ever done live on air.
Card of the show. Card of the show is Debbie's Seagull Notebook. Number 4 is the card of the show. So I'm going to have to come and get it from you. We're going to have to pop it over here on the shelf. Oh, it looks even more horrific close up.
You are so mean.
It doesn't look that... Okay, yeah. You've got Jan's MDF Heart, Debbie's Fairy, Debbie's Book, which is this one just here. You have got Sarah's from Launch Day, which is number, what was that, 4? Yeah. Another Launch Day from Sarah, number 5. The Craft-Along from Hilary, number 6. Or this, number 7. It's completely up to you. But, miraculously, I'm not quite sure how your card or creation of the week is this. I mean, Debbie, it still really makes me laugh. I hope we've put it on social media because I really need to be able to watch that for a while. It needs to keep it, that one. It really is. Oh gosh, it was so funny. Rosalind says that was the best laugh ever. Joyce said, "Oh no, here we go again." Laurie says, "So funny." Eden saying, "Best episode ever," and Karen saying, "A classic forever." Well, you know what this means, don't you?
No. No. Johnny's just said that.
So
no.
It's 30th of April today, which is it's the last day of the month. Therefore, we have to vote for the demonstration of the month. So let's go through them. We have the lovely Debbie Robinson's creation here with the Sarah signature.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Rose gold.
That is beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful
it's
with the
so
flowers?
Amazing, yeah. It
in there.
deserves to win that one.
Definitely gorgeous. Really lovely. We've then got one of Bernie's creation. I'm going to model it, you know, because I'm that kind of guy. You know, it's a beautiful little messenger bag.
Oh, that's
you know,
a winner.
live
That's
from
amazing.
the catwalks of Paris to Milan
It does suit you,
Newton
actually, that
Aycliffe.
bag.
This is a bit like that man bag that
It
Johnny
is a
wears
man
in
bag,
Fuengirola,
yeah.
isn't it?
I love that.
Quite
I think
nice.
it really
Got a little
suits you.
pocket in there as
I'm
well.
sure if you was to ask Bernie, once that becomes the show of the month, the bag of the month, the card of the month.
You okay? So, this one, number 2, is Bernie's bag, okay? I know where this is going. Then what we have got is number 3, which is Debbie Robinson's Craft Along, which was gorgeous. Little message on the inside of there.
That's amazing.
Absolutely beautiful.
That genuinely is amazing. Did she do a craft class with that?
Craft Along with that, yeah.
Craft Along, that's what I was
Craft
thinking.
Along.
It looks like a Craft Along project.
Really beautiful. So that is number 3.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
I think you could leave that one out.
Number 4, Debbie's now legendary wax seal situation notebook, as I'm calling it. So you have got. I'll give you again just a recap. Oh gosh, I know where this is going. Number 1, which is of course that lovely floral. Number 2. Which is the Bernie's bag. Number 3, which is Debbie's Craft Along. Or number 4, Debbie's Situation Wax Seal Diary is what we'll call this. 1, 2, 3 or 4. You have got, let's say, 5 minutes to vote. You can do that Crafters TV across on Facebook, of course, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. So go for it. Knock yourself out. Do your best, is what I'd say. Karen Albright says that is a classic moment forever. It really, really is. Now, speaking of classics, we'll look at the classics. What a tedious link.
Absolutely, a classic moment. There you go. But please don't, honestly, Bernie's bag.
Debbie, the more you plead with people not to vote,
I'm not going to say no more.
I think we just need to leave it.
More. It's sort of turned into Seagull Gate.
We had Caterpillar Gate. What was Caterpillar Gate?
Oh yeah, we had Caterpillar Gate, and then we had.
Oh, was it the caterpillar that was a giraffe that was a rhino, or is that a different thing?
What happened to the caterpillar cake? Because I was hoping to have some of it. And actually, I got a bone to pick with you, Joseph.
Me?
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, when I was doing some work in the other studio earlier and you were on with Sarah,
yeah,
I heard you were all eating cake.
Cake? There was cake in the studio.
But I didn't get cake. Where did cake come from?
Well, Sarah was on Steph's Packed Lunch today on Channel 4 and brought cake back with her from the TV studios in Leeds. Yeah.
She must have took it back. I never got no cake.
Yeah, there was some around.
Johnny's
she did. I think she broadcast it as well. Maybe you popped out when she told everyone.
I was here, but I was in the other studio. So the classics. I adore these markers. Now, if you ever wanted an amazing pen to colour with, you have your chisel nib on this side if you want to lay down a lot of ink. You then have your bullet nib marker on the opposite side, which is incredible. So you're getting these double-sided markers. Always keep your pens stored this way so they lay flat. So you equalise the ink so it's in both ends all the time. So it'll come out of both ends. You know why I'm saying that?
It'll come out of both ends. Wow.
Yeah, it'll come out of both your chiselled end. Right, let's just carry on. So, I'm going to be...
Ooh, we can't do this again, Debbie. We're not doing this again. We're not going there, okay?
Oh, that was so. You know what I have to say? So anyone that did watch that funny show that we had with my lovely seagull splattered card, Joe did a brilliant job of commentary because I couldn't speak. And do you know what, Joe? It just shows you do pay attention because every time you spoke, that was exactly what I would have said. It was amazing. Even when you said about the pot of water.
Yeah, I know. I feel like, we were in tune now. Didn't we work together long enough?
Totally in tune, yeah. That was so funny.
It was like one of those, makeup tutorials where one person does the talking like they're doing it and the other person sits behind them and puts the makeup on. Oh, Debbie, we should do one of those. That would be funny.
We should do a Facebook Live.
Can you imagine?
What, with the makeup?
Yeah.
What,
so
I
get you sit
me.
down on a chair, I crouch down behind you, you pretend to talk and I pretend that I've got your hand, and then I get your makeup and I just put it on your face, but I'm behind you so I can't see what I'm doing. It'll be amazing.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do that. How tired are you?
Beth says she called you Joseph. You are in trouble.
Do you ever get called Joseph?
Not really, no. So the funny thing is, my dad I'm called Joseph, my dad's called Joseph. My dad, when I was a kid growing up, was called Joe, not Joseph. I was called Joseph, but because all you want to be when you're a little boy growing up is like your dad, don't you? So I immediately changed it to Joe, but now I kind of regret it because I think Joseph is actually a nicer
Joseph.
name. I actually
Yeah,
much
really
prefer
nice.
Joseph now. But as they say, the horse was bolted.
It's gone. It's gone.
He wasn't called Treacle.
With his golden stirrups. Did anyone else get my joke and think it was funny?
I think so, yeah. Debbie, do you want to know something hilarious?
Go on then.
Do you want to know what the card of the
Oh
month
no,
is?
no. And I'm honestly, it can't be.
Demo of the month is number 4, Debbie's wax seal make. Was close with number 3, however, it is number 4. I don't have anything to do with this. It is taken care of by the social media team. So, I don't make the rules. So there you are, Debbie. I don't know how. Congratulations. Do you get another star for Demo? You get another star, Debbie, for that.
But you know what? In my defence, Joe, I am going to say that as much as the demo went wrong, it looked all right.
It looks all right, yeah. Where's it gone?
It looks all right in
Oh,
here.
Jake's put it in the bin already, apparently.
I
No, there you go. Demo of the month. The people have spoken, Debbie. There you are. I mean, it's like the gift that
I'm
it's like the
speechless.
gift that keeps on giving. This notebook, isn't it? It really, really is. There you are. Demo of the month. Well done, Debbie. Congratulations. Would you like to thank anyone?
Yes, thank you, everybody. Honestly, I think they're more voting for the show rather than the card. But thank you very much. It was a blast, as they say.
It was of a heat tool.
That is so true. So I've just laid down a flat colour using our classic markers. So I think you'll agree, a beautiful colour and it looks gorgeous. But what I am going to do with this one is bring in my darker. Now I've got the mulberry. So it's this beautiful sort of a purpley wine colour which looks lovely. And what I am going to do is I'm going to start to colour in down the edges. So just to put, what I'm doing is putting creases in the actual dress here. So, and actually I think we could get away with an even darker colour, but we'll start off with this one. So you can see it's putting in our pleats. I'm actually going to go in the top as well because that's going to give us some, that highlight under, not highlight, sorry, that shade under her waistband. And then just finish that off coming round. It seems earlier than what it is today. It doesn't feel like the evening, which is strange, Joe. Normally it feels later. So I'm going to then pick myself a couple of other colours, darker colours.
Did you just drop? Was that just out of the blue? You decided to mention that.
What did I
That
say?
it seems later than it's later than it seems.
Because it did come from nowhere, didn't it?
What? You just was colouring, and then you went, oh, it doesn't feel as late as it is.
It's because I was thinking of what time it was, and then realised that it was the evening.
Yeah, it's 23 minutes past 8. in
I
the
know,
evening.
and I just thought, my goodness, it really feels like it's just the afternoon.
Do not poo-poo the public's choice, Joe, says Fred. Thanks for that, Fred. She's putting capitals, poo-poo, the public's choice. Thanks. Teresa says could be demo of the year. Anne says it was the most memorable demo of the month, for sure. There you are.
That's really funny.
That is really funny. I love it.
Our viewers are just brilliant, aren't
Aren't
they?
they? Aren't they just? They're little rays of sunshine.
Oh, dearie me. Now, look at that, Joe. How
Looks
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Oh, let's bring the fair. She's floated up there. She's got some beautiful lines going in, and you can keep adding to that, but we're just going to put some more round this side here and just... Oh, dear. It's all fun, isn't it? All fun.
It is.
And
yeah.
also, going back to timing, it feels like the start of a week, not the end of the week.
Well, today is my Monday. This is my first day of 4 today, so yeah. I think we've lost Charlotte. No, I don't know what happened. We are woman down in the gallery.
Charlotte, you
She's
wouldn't have
choking
coped.
on something.
You would not have coped whenever that day was.
Don't worry, Johnny's going to step in. It'll all be fine. Wendy says it was good to show the way to save something when it's gone wrong. Talking about demo of the month. 7. What is going on? Debbie, we are not going to be allowed to work together.
Right, so we're going to now come in with a with a brown, not the right colour considering what we're talking about.
Christine says, these shows do make us all laugh, just what we need. Pamela said, there she goes, Debbie, your giggles are so contagious.
It's good to giggle, isn't it? Good to giggle.
John's arrived with a half-time orange cup of tea. He's popping it in. He's the best. He really is. Thank you, John.
Is that a thing now, half-time?
Well, it appears to be. It never used to be.
I think that's amazing. So I'm concentrating now to while I put in all her curls here. And again, I mean, with what we always teach you is with the alcohol colouring to
Oh my gosh, that was
I'm not very good at that, am I?
John was stood like just in the periphery of Debbie and went, and then started coloring again. Debbie doesn't drink hot drinks. I should have helped you out and told you that, but
yeah, just water.
I just thought I'd see how it played out and what happened, and yeah, it was worth it. Could you please tell us what colours you're using, Debbie?
Yes, so in the pink one, I use the Carmine, which is the BP5, and then I've used the MB3, the Mocha, which is in the Classics, and then over the top, I've actually used 2 purple ones, so more of a pinky purple and the purple, so a pink violet and Fireweed. That's a good name, isn't it?
Fireweed.
Fireweed.
Nice.
Yeah, Fireweed. And then over the top of that, I'm actually using a, which one's this called? This is a Sangria.
Nice.
Yes, a Sangria. Thank you, John. I've got my water now. How amazing is that? And then what I'm going to do is bring in these darker shades now with our pencil. So we can really start adding.
Do you like a sangria, Debbie?
No.
Oh.
No, not really.
No. I sometimes find the fruit gets in the way of the drinking, doesn't it? You know.
I'm not really, I don't really like wine. And actually, I would just, Johnny just mentioned Pimm's. I love Pimm's.
Do you?
Yeah.
Debbie's all about the Archers and Lemonade, aren't you, Debbie?
I love Archers and Lemonade.
Yeah.
And Bailey's. Me and Debbie are very similar, actually.
You are. You both like both of those, don't you?
Yeah.
Valerie Cook says the best entertainment on TV. Valerie, that's quite the statement.
Yes.
Also, Jean Marie saying, I love your giggle, Debbie. It cheers me up. And Joe, your laugh gives me the hysterics. It's good to laugh, isn't it? It's good that we put a smile on people's face and we get to do some crafting together. And also, we've got some amazing deals as well. I mean, what better way to slip yourself into the weekend other than with us here at Crafters TV?
Absolutely. I love that it's the weekend, even though I'm working all weekend. It's not work, is it? That's the trouble, Joe.
No, it's just having fun with your mates, isn't it?
Absolutely. And, you know, laughing aside, you all out there make our jobs so easy. It's really good to be able to do what we do.
Absolutely.
And for you to continue to watch us.
Absolutely, indeed it is.
And let's just put some curls in our hair, Joe, and you can see how much our pencil is really highlighting enhancing.
How easy or difficult are skin tones to do with pencils, Debbie?
Well, yeah, now that's a good question, Joe. The skin tone, and now shall we do skin tone? So let me pick some colours. So I'm going to choose, let's have saddle brown, and then we'll have a peach, and an eggshell. So I'm bringing in quite fair colours here. And what's really nice, you don't have to think what colours are going to work together. I know just laying down my light peachy colour will give a really fair skin. So you can just about see that on the lights. That's just giving her that sort of skin tone. So now I'm not going too hard with this because what pencils are all about is layering those colours down. So that's giving her a really nice soft look. Then I'm going to start coming in with my peachy tone and start giving that some definition, sort of under her arm where I know that that shading will be, coming down her arm here, underneath on her hand, underneath where her dress sleeve stops, and then we can sort of come in under her chin here and then under her hairline. So we know all these places are what are going to define them. So the answer to the question, Joe, is it's quite easy to be able to add that highlight. So you can see straight away we've made her look real just by giving her all those highlights. We can then go one step further. We can start then really lightly blending under her eyes, blending like under her hairline more, where that's going to give us some radiance there for her, around her ears, under her hairline. And then we'll just blend some in there. Do not worry at this stage where you're blending in, because at the end of the day you're going to blend it all back in with that lightest colour. All we're doing now is adding that shading where we think that shading will be.
Awesome.
And coming in with that lighter colour, and then we can really sort of blend that all in and tone that in. So I can come in a bit more heavier and start blending all of that colour down. And if you feel like it's not blended how you wanted it to blend, and I don't think that's a bad blend at all, but just in case you at home, when you're getting your blend in and you think, actually, I'm not feeling that, it's not really working, you would then just come back in with your pencil blending solution and your little stub. We'll just dip that into the top, and then you can start really blending that out. And that will give a really beautiful skin tone. And you can also do that with her dress, with her hair. So if you really want to get that smooth blend finish, then you can do that with your blending solution. Do we have that by itself, Joe, or do you have
We
to...
do have the blending solution available on its own. It is $5.99 or $8.49, depending on where you're shopping.
And then all I'm going to do is, while I've got this out, we're going to blend those stripes in and make that really, really pretty.
I love it. I love the definition that you're able to get there in the dress. So we can go over that was alcohol marker, wasn't it? We can go over the alcohol marker with the blending solution. That's not an issue.
No,
okay. In my head, alcohol and alcohol, I thought they would somehow react. I'm not sure why.
No, this isn't alcohol, Joe. This is different. It's something different to alcohol.
Right.
It's, I'm not
like
actually
a white
sure.
spirit almost.
Probably, it's more like that than an alcohol. Yes, so it's not alcohol at all. Yeah, I would have said more of a white spirit, but it's been specifically made for wax pencils.
Brilliant.
And there we go. So you can see she's really come to life in her face there. Her hair's looking good. We can then go in and start blending that out if we want to. And actually, I've got a bit of red still left on my my stub, which is just blended in. Can you see how we can get that light and shade, and that light running through her hair there? Looks absolutely beautiful. I just love these pencils, Joe. Really, really nice to use.
They really are
There we
beautiful. And love the way that they play so well with other mediums too, which is awesome. So what you've got in here, let me go back through the 36-piece classic collection for you. In here you've got the jewels, so that's sangria, lipstick amber, fern green, jade green, Caribbean, navy blue, cobalt, dark blue, damson cranberry and cocktail pink. You've then got florals. So in there you're going to get cherry red, mango, aniseed, carnation, carmine, I've not heard of that one before, fuchsia, pink tint, fruit pink, hydrangea, lavender, orchid and antique plum. And then finally the nature here, we've got olive green, forest green, avocado, grass, alpine green, ivy, umber, mocha, cocoa, coffee beans and 2 brown greys in there for you too. Really brilliant, refillable, incredible quality too. £41 or $62 if you want to go for those. $32.80 or $49.60 for Club Inspire Platinum members. Now, must go back to that starter kit. Very, very busy on that. Do you know what though, Johnny, before we go back to the starter kit, can I just thank someone? Because I keep forgetting. Is Tansy Pans in the comments today? I'm not sure. I hope you are watching Tansy Pans. Tansy Pans, I was meant to go to LA on Tuesday, it's meant to be. And I was going to fly. Now, these pepper pots, they are property of Virgin Atlantic, but I think it is a common belief that everyone does pinch them because it says pinched from Virgin Atlantic. So I was going to pinch myself a set, couldn't go. Tansy Pans only pulls it out of the bag and sent me a set of the set that she'd already pinched. And also, you know how I feel about tags, guys. Look at this gorgeous tag that she has sent to me as well. She says, I hope you enjoy them. All the best. Kind regards, Kate, aka Tansy Pans. Also, they're hand wash only. I love that there's practical tips in there as well. How awesome is that tag though? Isn't it brilliant? I'm going to take that back and hang that over one of my door handles at home. So Tansy Pans, thank you. I really appreciate that. It was a very, very generous thing for you to do and to send me. So thank you. I hope she's watching. Right, I was meant to go back to the starter kit, wasn't I? Remember what you're getting in here. You are... Oh, she is watching, Tansy Pan. Mwah, big love to you, thank you. Florals. So remember what you're getting here. You're getting the 24-piece florals collection, that blending solution that we just spoke about. You've also got the correct ink pad that you need to stamp out your imagery. You've got 2 stamp sets in there, and you're also going to get the rocker blocks in there too. Brilliant price here. Really lovely saving there. £20, $33 you're saving by getting them in this configuration. It really is the perfect starter kit or entry point into ColourBlend pencils. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets, because I know a lot of you have been shopping away. Whilst you do that, here's all the ways in which you can watch and shop at the same time. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. We do create every single day. Tansy Pans just let me know that she did sanitize them before she sent them to me as well. That is very kind and considerate of you, Tansy Pans. It was a lovely gesture. Right, very, very busy. I tell you what, do you think we could squeeze one more demo in and then we'll have time to do demo of the show afterwards, Debbie? What do you reckon?
Yeah, always time for another demo.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. So the one thing we haven't done is used our pencil and our blending solution to create those different shades and almost like a watercolour effect. So what I've got here is I've just stamped out some images of my flowers, my roses, and I'm using quite a dark colour. I'm using our deep purple. And then all I'm going to do with this, Joe, is I'm actually going to come in onto my petals with just sort of circular motions. And I'm not going to lay too much down because what I want to start to do is to spread that colour to create sort of that shadow effect. So once I've put that colour down, I'm going to bring in my blending solution. Oh, there we go. Take the lid off there. Just dip that in, and then we're going to start blending that out.
So we're just blending one colour then?
We're just blending one colour here. Yes, and it just gives that watercolour effect.
Oh, I love this, Debbie.
So you see, it looks beautiful. I mean, you would never know that that was done using a pencil. And then the more you go round, the more you just create these sort of little sockets of light blending and shade there, almost like a cloud-like, because it is so softly focused. So just using that swirling motion to go round. You could actually, Joe, do this at any point. So do all your colouring like this and then start blending once you've finished it. Yeah, you could just leave this sitting on here. You haven't got to worry about doing it. And your pencils are going to last you such a long time.
How awesome. Yeah, and also storing these then, Debbie, best to keep them in the tins, is that right?
Oh, please do keep them in the tins, yes. You don't want them clattering about, you don't want to to have them falling about in a tin sat on top of your workstation. It protects them, but they're in a really good high quality tin as well, and that protects them from, you know, because unfortunately the nature of the game with pencils, when they clatter about and move about, the core sometimes gets broken. So yeah, make sure you always store them back in your tin.
Brilliant. Another great way of using these. I think the thing is, you think, because they're a pencil, you kind of think they're going to be a bit, I don't know.
Just a
bit of a one-trick pony, don't you? Because they're a pencil. But actually, what you realise then very quickly is not only they're going to enhance the products that you already have, but there is actually lots of different ways of using these in their own right, which is brilliant.
Yeah, so much so. They're just a lovely pencil to use as well. What's nice about them, they're ergonomical because they're thicker than a regular pencil as well. So having that thickness, that sounds strange because you think any pencil, but having a bigger thickness around that you've got something to hold on to is easier on the hand to hold. So they're just a really nice shaped pencil. And anyone can do this, Joe, because you haven't got to put, I'm really tickling the surface. You have not got to put too much pressure on.
Absolutely.
So just a small amount of pressure, which means if you do have any sort of dexterity problems, it's not going to affect you using them.
Which is brilliant. And I'd say, would you say anyone can give these a go? Even, you know, very much beginner colourist to be?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, from beginners to advanced, Joe, anybody can pencil colour. In fact, it's what we all learn to do, isn't it, very early on. I think what our pencils do, because they are a pigment wax base, they make everything easy. And I know sometimes I feel a bit bad when we say makes things easy, because sometimes we want to have a little bit of a chore in something. But when it comes to colouring, and like you were saying earlier, where you know, sometimes you need to take time for yourself. This sort of colouring, we don't want it to be difficult. We don't want anything to stop us being able to do it. So being able to use something so easily and get amazing designs. I mean, when you think about, that really is like a scribble. But when you then come to blending, it really does make that massive amount of difference. So I can just blend all this flower in, going round. And I've hardly used any of my pencil.
Lee Allen was asking me on YouTube, do I know what the game is for tomorrow? It is Crafty Conundrum. And it will be, I believe it will be Becky and Debbie here for that show tomorrow. Becky will be here with you for Play Crafts Right. And also she will be here with you for the Craft House, which I believe, so that will be coming up. Later tomorrow. I will be here with you for the craft along with Debbie, which will be awesome. And then I'll also be over on Crafters Companion USA, or the Fans of Crafters Companion on HSM page, with Sarah at 2 PM Eastern Time, 11 AM West Coast Time, bringing you the HSM previews for the shows that are coming up Monday night into Tuesday. I believe all of those details will get shared with you tomorrow during the preview. It's a really, really busy day and a very busy weekend here on Crafters TV. So loads going on tomorrow.
HSN has come around so quickly, hasn't it?
I don't know how that happened quite so quickly. Yes, I was thinking this to myself just the other day. Maybe it has been a bit of a shorter break this time. I don't know, I think it's been a month still.
Yeah, it's still come around quickly, but yeah,
it flies by.
But look at that, Joe, and how, I mean, that is absolutely seamless and looks stunningly beautiful. But if you keep building that up in the same way that I've done that, if I bring this one in, the more you then build it up,
is that just a 2D thing? It looks like it's been like decoupage from here.
No. Exactly one layer.
Can I see it from above?
Exactly the same.
Can I see it on the side? That's incredible.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It looks very, very textured.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's exactly the same flower. So if you see this point here, that goes exactly there. So that is that flower.
That's like an optical illusion, isn't it?
Yeah,
amazing.
And that's just, so it takes time, but when you get this sort of results, and if I bring in this finished card that I've done, I've just layered these up and created this beautiful little easel card. So we bring this round to the front, and you've got a really gorgeous little card there.
Awesome. Do you want to get yourself set up for demo of the show then, Debbie?
Yes,
Is that all right?
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Yes, lots of chatter. Remember, so that's all the things that are coming up tomorrow for you here on Crafters TV. And then I'll be back with you on Sunday as well. We'll be venturing into the softer side of life with Bernie. I believe I've got a craft class maybe with Debbie Robinson in the afternoon. And then later in the day, of course, Second Chance Sunday. We'll be here with you, a roundup of all of the amazing things that you've seen over the last couple of weeks. It's a double-sided dies craft class. Do you know what? I was saying to someone just the other day, I don't feel like we've had a lot of double-sided dies on recently, so that'd be really nice actually to have a full craft class with Debbie. So that'll be Sunday, 3 p.m. in the UK, which will be 11 a.m. on the East Coast, 7 a.m. on the West Coast, and then, thanks for that, Johnny, then we'll also have Second Chance Sunday, which is 7 p.m. in the UK on Sunday, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast. We got there. Right then, let's have a look, shall we, at what the lovely Debbie has put together for us in this hour.
Yeah, so this number one, we did the beautiful flower, so I popped that together in my card there. Number two was this gorgeous background topper that we did.
Wonderful.
Some on that. Number three was our gorgeous fox. And then number four was our beautiful one-coloured flower with blending tool.
Brilliant. The choice is yours, as they would say on Blind Date. 1, 2, 3 or 4. Please let me know in the comments either on Crafters TV on Facebook or of course across on Crafts Companion on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell as well so you get notified every time we go live. Let me whiz through some of the items that you've loved over this last couple of hours. The ColourBlend full collection here for you, £85 or $120 gets you absolutely all of these. £68 or $96 for Club Inspire Platinum members. A brilliant, brilliant deal there on those. That is a full collection. It's actually quite rare as well that we have these all in stock together at the same time. So we're in a really fortunate position at the moment where we can offer you a full collection on those, which is brilliant. We've also got the classics available for you. It's the 36-piece classic collection. £41 or $62 gets you absolutely all of those, which again is great value. Don't forget about the last day of the spring sale today. Make sure you avail of those brilliant savings, this being one of them. Less than half price here on a really lovely varied selection of stamps and dies. So do make sure you grab those. 50 bonus points and a 10% discount for you on the rotating design board, which is just an excellent tool to have for so much of your colouring. Really does make it so much easier. Some pencil accessories for you as well. We've got the pencil sharpener. I know you might think surely a pencil sharpener is a pencil sharpener. I thought the same and got very much told off by Leanne. This has been devised or designed to work brilliantly with our pencils. It is of the utmost quality. You need to sharpen them properly and with a good quality sharpener, and that's what this is. We also have that pencil blending solution for you too, $5.99 or $8.49. This is what really sort of speeds up, I guess, your blending, breaks down, I want to say the surfactants in the pencils, but I don't even know if that's the right word. You know what I mean though. Demo of the show. Do you know what? I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to hang on till the end and let you know then. But we're going to go back, I believe, Debbie, to that awesome starter kit. Is that right?
Oh, are we? I didn't know that.
Oh.
Was I somewhere
Debbie,
else,
do you know what? For the end of the
listening?
show, tell you what, Debbie, for the end of the show, do you fancy going back to that starter kit?
Let's do that.
All right,
Joe.
brilliant. Let's go back to that starter kit.
It wasn't so much the colours. I was going to go over again because I had a topper, but we can do that with our stamps as well. So let's grab our stamp out there. And I hadn't realised that last little stamp that the last one we did, the Blooms with Happiness, is the one in that starter kit.
Do you know what we're going to have to do? I'll have to let you know what demo of the show is now. Sorry, demo of the show is card number 3. I'm going to have to do demo. I'm going to have to announce it now because we need to do
The
demo
fox.
of the day, don't we? The fox.
Right, so the fox is demo.
Thank you. I need to find Sarah's creation now, which has probably gone missing.
Right, while Joe's doing that, I am just going to bring in this card here, this colour in here, because it's all very well me doing a colour over the top and you can see it, but I want you to see two colours that are done exactly the same, and I'm going to enhance one of them so you can see. But this time, I'm bringing in totally different colours. So I've got a blue here. So we're going to be blending into her dress. I'm just going to add some blue. So just bringing that down underneath. So a totally different colour just under here. So pushing that down and all around. So just doing it under her elbow there. And we're going to use blending solution as well, because that's going to help us to blend that. So having that in that bundle, and with those gorgeous colours to the flowers to practice with, is an amazing set. So just popping that in there, and then I'm just going to do a little bit around the bottom just to bring in those lines. And what this is going to do is really enhance our picture. So our image looks beautiful coloured in anyway, but it's always nice to add that extra, especially if you have them to use. And then just the chatter I can hear Joe going on about. Trying to find Sarah's car. Sarah loved it so much she took it with her.
I found it.
Oh, you found it. She didn't take it with her.
Yeah. I'm all right to pause you for just a second there, Debbie?
Yeah, I'll just carry on, Joe, and we can show at the end the finished one.
Right, so do you want to vote for card of the day, which is either going to be from our launch day today with Sarah, card number 1, this interlocking gatefold with the little schmetterling on there, or you can go for the fox, Debbie's fox. 30, number 1 or number 2, let us know in the comments which one you want to go for. You have got 4 minutes to vote, so knock yourself out.
So I'm being a bit dramatic here, Joe, because I'm actually putting in some black into the roots.
Drama.
Yeah, because I just want to add that real gorgeous texture of those dark roots. Not that a little girl would have roots, but we'd have those that light on it. Just bringing it in, and again, it just adds depth and interest. It's just a gorgeous way of being able to really enhance your colouring. And then what we'll do is just bring in our blending solution afterwards, and then when we blend this out, it will really look amazing. So just going round, I'll have a little bit of black coming out of her ponytails, her little pigtail. I love a little girl with pigtails.
Cute little pigtails, isn't she?
Oh, I love pigtails. My Ruby, she's 6 now, but she's got to the age where she just won't let her mum or anyone do anything with her hair.
Right, so is it just unruly?
Yeah, but she does it herself,
So
because she can do her own. Yeah, well, yes, but not very well. And I never thought Poppy would be like that. I thought my daughter, would sort of just do it because she wouldn't have her having messy hair, but she can't do nothing, so she just lets her get on with it. And she literally just pulls it into a ponytail and sort of sticks it up, and it's all really messy, but she doesn't care. She thinks it's lovely. And
Are you saying Isla does the same, Johnny? How old's Isla?
It's the age,
right, but she just wants to do it herself. Doesn't want anyone else to do it. Clips, hair bobbles. She sounds brilliant. I love it.
Oh, it's so nice, isn't it?
Just easier to let her get on with it, apparently. It must be the same with yours,
With
Debbie.
Ruby, yeah, she's exactly the same. Yeah, you can't do nothing, and it's for an easier life, isn't it, Johnny? You just end up thinking, well, actually, I don't want the tantrum, so have your hair in a mess. What do I care? But look at this. We're literally changing how her dress is looking. Just blending all that solution in, bringing that up. Oh, I do love these, just amazing. I mean, look at the texture we're now creating.
It is awesome.
Yeah, it is so amazing. And I mean, I was being quite drastic because I wanted to bring in those different colours.
It does show you, though, how you can blend because you wouldn't I think I'm right in saying you wouldn't be able to blend that colour of alcohol marker into that colour, would you? What would happen? What would you end up with?
You'd see the line, Joe. It wouldn't blend. So where you can't actually see when one line finishes and the next line starts, it really does all just blend in together. And then you can see her hair here. As we're bringing that in, we've just created those really gorgeous darker highlights in her hair. They really are spectacular pencils to work with. And there we go. And if I bring both images in, I mean, she's beautiful on her own, being able to colour in with alcohol markers, but then add in all that definition, and we could carry on with her skin and putting more in her wings and on the flowers. But I think you'll agree, Joe, by adding pencils, you can really bring these characters to life, or actually any stamp that you're using, you can bring that whole thing to life and make it really impactful.
Absolutely, and it looks absolutely stunning. Well, Sarah's going to really, I mean, if she wasn't annoyed with you after Sunday, Debbie, she's going to be annoyed with you today, I'm sorry, because you've beat her again with your snoring fox. Number 2 is the winner. Yes, I mean, we will, you need to put a star up because you were the, and do you get another star if you're the card of the month? Or have we made this up, Johnny? Get another star, Debbie. So pop yourself up there, another star. Oh, Debbie, are you out in the lead now?
No, both Debbies, we're drawn.
Oh, and then card of the week on Sunday. Debbie Robinson, I must say, does have niched nearly all of the entries already for this week. So, I mean, I think it's, if I was a betting kind of guy, I would say it's amongst the 2 Debbies. I think Debbie Robinson's got 3 up there. Jan's got 1, Debbie Fisher's got 1, but it's also Debbie tomorrow and Sunday. I mean, so unless Bernie gets up there on the board as well, it is all to play for. I'd love to say we're not a competitive bunch, but that would be a bit of a lie, I'm afraid. So it is very competitive, isn't it, at the top, Debbie? It's tough at the top, isn't it?
It's very tough at the top.
Anyone sat on the fence, Debbie, that was thinking about getting these, what difference are they going to make to your colouring and ultimately your crafting? Yeah,
if you want something that is going to take you away from everything that's going on in your life and you just want some me time, these pencils are genuinely going to do that for you. They are easy to use, they blend beautifully. We didn't even get to blend in 2 colours to make in a 3rd colour because you can do that as well. They're called ColourBlend for a reason because the colours are amazing, and to have that amount of colours in a set to be able to choose from, so no matter what you like to colour in, whether you like to colour in your nature things, your landscapes, your sceneries, all of that is the pencils are going to lend themselves. But if you love colouring your florals, your greeneries, even your little people, you're going to absolutely love to use these waxes. And remember, we may have these at amazing offers, but you are getting artist quality pencils with no other binders inside. It is pure wax pigmented pencils, which are amazing.
Brilliant. You're going to love them. I really, really think you are going to. Remember though, a few different ways of getting hold of them. The starter kit is definitely a dip your toe in. If you've not used these kind of colouring mediums before, then this is where you are going to start. £35, $45 gets you 24 of the pencils. It's the florals, a really nice sort of fresh summer spring vibe to them. You've got the blending solution, the ink pad, the rocker blocks, and 2 stamp sets in there for you as well. That's an excellent way to go. Or then what you've also had, remember, was the larger collection, which is 120 elements. I'm going to quickly show you these boards again whilst we're here. This shows you all of the collections that you are getting. This is, of course, how they are going to come packaged. They are really beautifully packaged, and keep the tin because they work. It's going to really help you protect them. So you've got your primaries, you've got your shades and tones. You then, of course, have your naturals. And finally here you have got your essentials and you've got your florals there too. £85, $120. Brilliant, brilliant value. Massive thank you. Debbie, it's a pleasure to get to do a couple of shows with you today. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. I always have the blast up here. It's amazing. So yeah, it's lovely to see you and work with you again.
Awesome. Well, don't forget to check out your baskets. Make sure you join us back here tomorrow as well, because there is another full day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.